Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be looking into what is passport request letter, when do we get it, what all forms are required to be sent when we are sending our passport for stamping. Before we begin the video, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to my channel. Without any further ado, let's get started. So what all documents we need to send is like first of all we will get a passport request letter. So this is how the passport request letter looks like. It clearly states that this is in reference to your application for temporary residence. A decision has been made on your application. So this is the golden mail that you receive, which says that we need your passport, a copy of this letter, and there must be at least one blank page in your passport. Your passport must be valid for the duration of your expected length of stay in Canada. And please note that we cannot issue a visa beyond the expiry date on the passport. So you should have all these requirements covered. That is what this particular letter says. So this is the golden letter which makes sure that you are getting a passport request. You have to send your passport for stamping. They'll be verifying your travel document, your passport, and then they'll be stamping your passport. So this is the mail. This is the letter that will be attached to your application. Once you log in into your application using GC key, you will see this particular letter is being present over there. You can download it. It will be in the PDF format and then you can go through it. So once you get this letter, after getting this letter, what you have to do is you have to attach this letter as well. So these are some of the list of the documents that you need to send in your passport package. So first thing that you need to send is your passport submission letter. This is the PPR letter that you have to send. Then you need to take a print of the consent form that is being attached. Then you need to print your courier or SMS form, that is the third form which you need to send in your envelope. You need to keep your original passport, as well as if you have your biometric receipt with you, then you need to keep that biometric receipt as well. You can keep the Xerox of that receipt, no need to give the original one. So these are some of the documents that you need to add to your passport package while sending the passport for stamping. This is the mail that I received from IRCC. It says that please note that the pickup date. So they will mention the pickup date. They'll also mention the package from the address that will be picked up. So while filing the web form, while filling the web form, you would have given your address from where you want the envelope or the package to be picked up for stamping. And once you fill that web form, then you will get a payment link. After you get the payment link and you make the payment, the mentioned amount, after you make that payment, after that you will be getting a tracking mail which says that this is the airway bill number and the pickup date and the address from where your passport will be picked up. So this is that mail, and it will also say that you need to attach all these documents in the package that you are preparing to be sent for stamping. Okay, so this is the one particular mail. So this is the screenshot of the mail. I'll also show you what all detail needs to be filled in your consent form and in your courier form. Okay, so I'll show you what details you have to fill. So this is the consent form that you have to fill and keep in your package, the passport package that you're preparing. So in this consent form, at the end, you will see that you need to put your name, the name that is printed on your passport, the original name, the address from where you want the passport to be picked up and returned, then telephone number, email address, your signature, date, and sign that with city and country. So you need to fill all these details while filling the consent form that needs to be sent to VFS. Then comes this particular portion. This portion, it says consent for indirect submission to be completed only if travel agent or person other than applicant themselves is submitting or collecting the visa application and decision. So you don't have to fill this particular form, this particular part of the form, because you are not sending someone on your behalf to collect your passport. Instead, it will be sent and received by the sent and received by the service provided. And then there is this particular declaration which says declaration to be signed only if only by applicants assisted by the CVAC staff with electronic application form. Okay, so you can put your name and signature over here and date as well. That you received assistance from CVAC staff for data entry of my application information. Okay. So it says that I have read all the completed and printed application form and declared that the information provided is true and that the documents I am submitting in support of my application are genuine and have not been altered in any way. Then at the end, you need to fill your name and signature and date in the place where if you are wishing to provide your biometrics and if you are not wishing to provide your biometrics. So in this case, you must sign over here only. You will provide your biometrics. That is a mandate. And your biometrics are valid for 10 years. So you need to put your name, signature and date over here. So this is the consent form. That's it. So this is how you will fill your consent form. Next is your courier or SMS request form. So let's see that form. How you will fill that particular form as well. So this is that form, courier or SMS request form. So let's see what is there in courier or SMS request form. Over here you have to fill your first of all you need to put your date, put the date over here. Then you need to mention the first name, last name and email ID of the applicant. Then you need to fill the correct address required for courier for delivery of your passport. Okay, so you need to fill the flat number and floor, building name and wing, street name, landmark, area, city, state, pin code, all these details. The correct address you need to put over here. And in case of non-serviceable location, so this is the declaration. If your location is not serviceable, in that case you need to put another location from where you will pick your passport. Okay, and then the next one is SMS, yes or no. If yes, contact number. So I opted yes for it because you'll keep getting SMS alerts, which is quite informative. You'll come to know when your application is reaching at which state. So you can mention yes and you can give your contact number. Then your name, and you need to mention your, put your signatures and place over here. So this is how you will fill the courier SMS request form. Okay, so you need to attach this form as well in your application. Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe to my channel and I hope this video was helpful to you guys. If you have any queries, please leave in the comment section. I'll try to answer all the questions with my experience till now. All the best for your application. Thank you. Bye bye.